Alrighty, how you doing? Hey, I'm just gonna real quickly import one of your actual SVG that you created the other day. It's on my desktop. I'm not gonna do anything fancy with it. I'm gonna enlarge it so you can see what's going on. Regardless of whatever is whatever. So, first things first, I'm going to select the size of my wood. And in that, you can describe or put in your thickness in here. I'm going to work in just round numbers, quarter inches, half inches, 1 inch. You can adjust yours to whatever. It's just easier to understand. Get out of millimeters, sorry. 0.25 is quarter inch. So if we want to do anything different than that, or whatnot, I don't know why it's not showing up. There we go. So I'm cutting on path. I cuts on the line. Doesn't cut on the inside. Doesn't cut on the outside. Cuts on the line. Now our material is quarter inch thick. So with that, you can actually cut it to quarter inch thick. It'll go all the way through. Now, if your material is 1/8 of an inch, or say half inch, we'll go ahead and do that. We'll move the material to half inch. Just 0.5. You can put 0.50 if you're comfortable. Hit enter. You're good. Okay. Now you see our cut shape, or our shape on our cut is now half inch as well. A couple things to point out. You see these? There's a couple little nibs. These can be moved all over the place. This is so that it's a little thing that easel put in there. It's a pain in the butt. They're little stops so that the whole shape don't get cut out and it doesn't move or hurt your machine. Okay. Now, if I'm sitting there watching, I don't have to really worry about it. So if you actually go through and look at your CNC and candle, you're going to see that these little things right here are going to show that it comes up, over, down again, and then comes around, cuts the next one, up, over, down. It still cuts, but it leaves just a little material so that this doesn't move. In order to get rid of that, we can just move it off the total depth of our cut. Now, as you noticed here, I've got the material is actually, or the cut is going beyond the material, which is fine. We just move this over a little bit, get it off of there. So my point with making this bigger, material half inch, and this little shy, is if your material is only quarter inch thick, doesn't matter how thick your material here is on your on the material view. It does not. This is only for your peace of mind. You're still going to put your machine right here. You're going to kiss the top of it with the tip and a piece of paper. You know how to do all that. And then you're going to send through a Gerbil candle. If your material is a quarter inch and you're off just a little bit here, here when you zero out your bit or your Z, it's not going to cut all the way through. It's only going to cut from where you start Z. Tell it where 0 is. It's going to go down negative 0.25. Okay. So if you're up 1/8 of an inch, it's still going to cut. It might not touch your material for 1/8 of an inch, but then it's going to bite into your material slowly but surely. Your depth of your pass through your cut. Make sure you set the manual over here and you adjust it right here. It's going to set 0.03 all the way through until it reaches the depth of negative 0.25. What I do is I always kiss the top, Z just like you would, and then I tell it to go just a little bit deeper. I don't care if it touches my spoil board. I can put another piece of spoil board in there all day long. It takes a little bit of time, but it is what it is. So, simple. So you keep saying it keeps going back. I don't know why. This is how I do it. Okay. Set my material depth a little thicker than what it normally is. So if you're dealing with 3 millimeters, like I am, I always set it at 3.5 millimeters. Okay. Because I deal in millimeters. It's more accurate, I think. And it's easier for me because all my micrometers are millimeters. So I always set it to 3.5. And over here, I set it to 3.25. That way I don't go all the way through and I don't get those little nibs here. And you'll see the yellow marks in here. It took me a while to figure out what they were. But this is so the material or your cut doesn't spin out of control, get caught up in your bit, break your bit, which is a nice little feature. Other than that, I turn it into G-code by going to Machine, Advanced, Generate G-code, Export, color done. So that's it. And this does look like a normal path. It comes in, cuts it, and comes back out. Multiple times, mind you. You know, I don't know how many times it goes in there and cuts, but it does. So, like I said, if you don't want those marks, set your material deep, thicker than the thickness of your material. And then come in here and adjust accordingly. So, that's it. I'll talk to you later.